I want to say one thing about Luffy, man. I think he pulls stuff from different dimensions. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Probably.
I'm ready.
It's the same way that Blackbeard pulls out stuff from his black hole.
I don't like. I don't get why people are giving like a lot of like everything to Luffy. I don't get it.
Let me just say one thing though. Dr. Vegapunk said that devil fruits people live in their own dimension. Some vague like that. Bro. That's why I said that.
He did. It's crazy, but I mean, like, look, okay, because like the problem is that Luffy is doing things that right now we don't know what the tip of the iceberg. I mean, honestly, the bottom of the iceberg, we don't know how like Luffy can do. Luffy himself doesn't know what he can do. He made goggles when he beat Rob Lucci, and that was shocking. Now he's had a whole baseball bat and the helmet and paint and a brush.
Yeah.
Where? Why?
Like the way I see it is like these Gear 5 comparisons and like what he can do just seems like in general like what people desire most out of like whatever character that they're supporting, what they want him. If like a Zoro fan wants Zoro to like level up 3 stages higher of Ashura or whatever, it just sounds the same to me, giving Luffy like all of this kind of stuff.
But Luffy's actually doing it though. Gear 5 itself as a form seems to have unlimited possibilities of what the hell he could actually do. But Luffy himself has to kind of figure that out as we go along like the entirety of the story. And then once he knows what he can actually generally do, then it's up to his own imagination of what he can ultimately do. He's limited by his own stamina, basically.
But like to go back onto that, right? You're saying he can do like whatever he could probably visualize, but whatever he does do is not like something out of the ordinary. Where he just, for example, he just bites down a tree, gets paint, and makes a bat.
Wait, no.
For all we know,
wait, gets
like
paint
all
from
we
where?
know, like they had like Vegapunk could have like a storage of paint right near where he was.
Unfortunately,
Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, but hold on, Yummy. He's in the middle of grabbing the tree, and then he's able to find a paint storage. Mind you, while the attacks are still coming his way, they're still in midair. And then
he got a helmet.
he's able. So wait, hold on. So then, did the paint also have like a? Was there also baseball gear too? So that's why he had a 56 helmet.
It was designed specifically for the Nika, you know? Vegapunk
Right?
knew that it would show up.
A 56 Luffy is literally manifesting shit in midair.
Yes.
Last time it was a question like, hold on, okay, maybe his hair is transforming into the goggles because they kind of like look the same. But
Logical
now
assumption,
it's like, yeah, but now there is no panel that actually cuts away. While he's doing the baseball bat, he also poofs into existence a bucket and a paintbrush and the paint for the bat.
Do you think we're never gonna see him do the hair thing again? Do you think that
he just did it
trying
with
to
the
be
bat.
creative with Luffy's powers, but thought, nah, let's not do that?
I mean, like, I guess like the idea is that if let's for example, let's say that it is the hair, because I don't think it was the hair, because last time it looked like it was different. Like it looked like it was a cloud. So let's say that he made the clouds first, and then the clouds turned into a paintbrush and a bucket of paint and his helmet too. But that's just our assumption. We don't see that. Right now, it's kind of like, hey, here they are when I need them the most. Voila. Deal with it.
But
Okay.
the direct comparison is like when he grabs like his body parts after it flies out, you could just conclude the same thing where he just grabs his hair, it turns into like cloudy stuff, and then he turns it into goggles. The same thing could apply here because like it's just essentially in this chapter it's just backwards. He's just grabbing his stuff and putting it back on him.
The thing with the goggles too,
out of his hair and then he makes the goggles.
The thing with the goggles too, I wouldn't look at it at the hair too much. Like I'm gonna ask Cole a question. Cole, when you rest your glasses, do you rest them on top of your head sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like a position of where glasses would normally be. So that's why it just would come from that position where you got the glasses.
Yeah. So like when he in 1070 when he makes the goggles, there's a poof first, and we see the sort of cloud thing, and then they click into goggles. So maybe that's what happened here. So maybe the clouds are what's happening here. But at the same time, the cloud could be also his unclear interpretation of what he actually wants. So maybe he was kind of thinking about it, and then it became cloud, and then so it was a cloud first, and then became goggles later on. But let's say when he's more clear, it just manifests as wherever he wants it to be.
It could be Oda saving time.
Because you're talking
like
about
how
the
we
paint,
used
but
to see,
what about the numbers?
I mean, that's
Bro,
just for the
it's
gag.
a-
That is just for the gag.
That's
That-
haki manipulation.
Poop.
Bro,
But that's
Bruh.
important though. But that's important though, because that means that because Luffy, again, the idea is that Luffy can damn near do whatever he wants to, or make whatever he wants to, at least to an extent, like wherever it's fun. And then, like if Luffy was, let's say he was military inspired, and he said, you know what, I want a tank. Can you just make the fucking tank?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, probably.
What if
It's the
he-
same thing.
But
as,
he hasn't
when-
gotten to that point though.
when
Like
when Saint J said Bunny, since your future and all that other stuff, how the fruit was working, Luffy future could be anything since he is Nika. And Luffy, just saying, he can just manifest Toon Force shit like he's Bugs Bunny. And so far, I'm just saying he's Bugs Bunny at this
So
point.
if he wanted to,
He is.
no, he ain't.
So
He's not. No,
could-
he's not. He's not.
Calm down.
He's not
If
Bugs
he
Bunny.
wanted to, just for the shit of it, you know how Luffy likes to make fun of his friends and like pretend to be them?
Yep.
Unironically, for the fun of it, if he just makes a Zoro while he's in Gear 5 to do a dumb gag, is that possible?
Let's just say for the time being, inanimate objects, not living things. So he can't make living things.
So there is a limit then.
Let's just say that's the case. Let's just say that's the case.
Yeah, there has been a limit.
But mind you,
I
the
think I got
limit
one.
is at the beginning of the final saga. We're gonna get. It's only gonna get exponentially higher as things go on.
I want to go back to like the Gear 5 point and him doing everything that he can do. It's like he can do everything within the confines of his ability, which is rubber. So
Nah,
it's not.
hell no.
It's
Nah,
not.
nah,
talking
boy.
It
shit here.
is.
Not his ability ain't rubber though, so it's not confined
That's not
to
rubber
rubber.
anymore, dude. It's just the
Yeah,
body.
he's
It's just the
Nika.
body
He's
that's
Nika
rubber, dude.
himself.
Listen, his
He has rubber. He has
ability-
a
It's like
rubber
let
body.
me make an example. I believe, like I say, the black is haki, but it's like even if he decided to do something else, say he didn't want to make a bat, and like how when we visually see haki or when they display it on the panel black, how everybody's is wildly out of control, or I don't want to say out of control, but it has like that lightning type of look, that jiggity jaggedy look. But now Luffy, who has that Toon Force, Luffy who has that Toon Force, who's able to manipulate things and contort things to his image, his will, to what he wants. Now he's shaping his haki. So who's to say he can't just form up a pure haki sword, like that bat? And that's just manipulation of his haki.
But-
everything that he's manipulating, that's in his hand or that's on his body, that's that dark black, except his belt and his outline of his character, that shit's haki. And what I'm saying is, like, right now it's the early stages of it. He's coating that bat, and it gives that bat that more round of a form. But later on, when he's even more accustomed to what he's doing, he could just form his haki without that
Okay.
base of the wood.
So yeah, so maybe the bucket of maybe the paint itself is his hockey, maybe, but the paint brush and the bucket and the helmet are
Yeah,
different
that's Toon
things.
Force.
That's not haki.
Yeah, those
That-
are
that's
Toon
that's something he formed up.
Now
Toon
remember,
Force,
it
yeah.
may look
Hey,
black,
bro.
but in the anime, it may be a different color. Just
But I guarantee you that's haki.
What I'm saying is that Oda's sticking to his rules until that bucket
Yeah.
can damage somebody. But so far, it's a lot of just accessories. Like he had the goggles, the bucket, but really it's the tree that bounced back, and we know he can turn things rubbery.
I'm confused. Like, what's like the distinction though? It's not like, oh wow, like he's made, like if he took that baseball bat and then he decided to, his helmet, and then he decided to use that helmet as like a club. Like, let's say he hits Jay over the head with that with that helmet, that's gonna hurt Jay. Like, it doesn't
Yes.
matter.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's-
and that's what I'm
right
saying,
now,
until-
it's accessory,
Sorry,
but at the same time, it's like he's, as far as we know, those are the genuine article things he's making.
No, I that's what I'm saying. I agree. But what I'm saying is that until he does that, like he does something he's not supposed to be doing, like his food doesn't make him teleport, right? If he can teleport, then we can say, all right, that's just an example. I'm just using teleport as an example. Then we can say, all right, something. This is odd. This is crazy. This food can do anything.
Let me real quick make an example, right? Say for example, he has that bat in his hand, right? And he just like, all right, let me just turn this into like an RPG, whatever, and just shoot at Saturn and the other
Oh
guys.
my god.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's
Then I
what's
would say that's some
ridiculous.
crazy shit. Yeah. Then I would say, okay, he's making a tree into an explosion. Now he's doing some crazy.
The
Like,
RPG,
you
wait,
could-
so
you could argue
that's the
that he
line?
could bring out, like,
He
a
makes an
Gundam,
RPG and he fires
like-
RPG, then that's the line? What?
Yes,
No,
because
the
everything
point- the
else
point
he's
I'm
done,
making-
he can. It said he can turn things rubber. He can he's awakened. Like these are the things I expect him to be able to bounce things back because he can turn things rubber.
This comes back to like a fundamental question. What can Anika do?
I have no
What
idea.
can, exactly. But he can fight as freely as possible with a rubbery body, right? The rubbery body lets fight as freely as possible. Yes. And then, but that doesn't mean that he's only limited to rubber. So the reason why it kind of works with Luffy is that Luffy is a One Piece specific deity. So we don't know what the Luffy or what Anika could actually do in terms of their capabilities. Luffy's trying to find that out in real time as we speak. So the idea of, let's say, potentially mock reality warping, like an actual Toon Force character, that could be within the paradigm of the Nika, absolutely, because that's what Nika could do. But we have to find over the course of time. We have to find that out. Absolutely.
And a tiny bit of example of what Cole was saying is like how we see his eyeballs and mouth and all that stuff fall off. If we see that happen in the first 3 episodes, it's like he's dead almost. So like we didn't know he could do that. He didn't know he could do that. It's like he advances more and more as going on. It's like his technique gets better, his ability gets better. More stuff gets unlocked that we haven't seen. He hadn't seen. He don't know.
So far, he's not doing anything. He's just being funny with it. Like everything he's doing is just making it funny.
Even let's say if he does the teleport thing or whatever the hell, that could all exist within the paradigm of what the Sun God could do. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Like whether it's so to me, maybe if he could, let's say, make a gun like a Westerner and do like a draw, and then he fires a bullet at something or someone that he just made it by manifesting, that is possible because if he, let's say, was in the mood for it, he could do that. Right now, he's in the mood for some baseball. So he wants that $750 million contract. Bet. Okay. So he's in the mood for it, and he swings, and he's right. Just how like last time he was in the mood for going on a nice little trip, so he makes his goggles, boom, now I'm ready. All right. No bugs in my eyes. Let's go. He has to be in the right mindset for it. Okay. He has to be in the right mindset.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that if he could do what you say he could do, right?
Yes.
He would just manifested the bat, right? He wouldn't take the tree, right? He just manifested the bat and just batted away.
But he did. He did
manifest. He didn't. He didn't manifest. He took a tree. He picked up a tree and then
he
bit
manifested
it.
The bucket and the brush.
He manifested the paint. The bucket and the brush. Then he manifested the paint that actually. Think about it. The paint doesn't matter. None of that stuff actually matters to the attack. Like if it put paint on it or not, did it matter? No, it's still gonna do the same thing, right? Those are just accessories. Like I'm saying, just to be funny.
But where'd they come from?
Janoi, so like. How would you feel about this? Say Luffy, because I see what you're saying to get to that terms of busted of Toon Force or where you're trying to get, but like for it to be ridiculous but still make sense for what One Piece is, like something like this, would this make sense to you? So say there's a panel, there's like a hypothetical panel. There's a panel, you have Luffy pulling Kaido's head in this panel, and you're like, okay, why is Kaido's head in this panel? Now you get to the next panel over. He's saving Kaido's about to hit somebody with a club, but Luffy's yanking them into this other panel. That would be the validation of that's Toon Force right there.
Let's go.
He definitely has Toon Force, but he can stretch people. You see what I mean? Oda would do something like that because he can stretch people. He's not gonna go away from like what he could do.
But once again, what can he do? We don't know.
His limitations is same limitations as Tom and Jerry, Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, Donald Duck. That's his limitations, bro. That's it.
When he starts making,
but he isn't built like those characters, though.
Remember, this is the first arc we see him do this. It's gonna get worse, or quote unquote better. If Luffy is just because he's gonna get stronger, obviously. Haki's gonna get stronger, abilities gonna get stronger. He's awakened, and as an awakening user, he's getting a whole new ability set that he doesn't understand. In fact, he's not aware that he's even the Nika yet. So the idea of like Luffy had to tap into his actual power schema, because this is final form. According to him, this is his peak. So Luffy only goes up from here when it comes to his abilities. If he does get to that point, where let's, for example, we're fighting an Elbath, and then he grabs a house and he turns the house into a goddamn ballista, and then he fires a ballista arrow at the opponent, that can happen. If he needs to, maybe we do get to the point where he actually starts to like, hey, I'm falling. What's this black line for a second? Let me grab this. And then all of a sudden, he's going to a manga panel border. These things could happen. Absolutely.
So here's my thing. Like, we keep talking about, like, yeah, he could do these things, but these are just organic stuff. Even to, like, the degree of moving manga panels.
Organic.
It's nothing that's, like, alive. If I start seeing Luffy do, like, he makes things, like genuinely makes things, and maybe again he makes like personality like alteration, like he can actually make a Zoro duplicate, like actual people.
Yeah, shit like that.
So like if we do see him like, because again like he loves making fun of his crewmates, like we see in Skypiea, you know, he's making Sanji like imitations. If he just straight up makes a Sanji imitation like against Emu, and this Sanji imitation like is like actually doing some Diablo Jamba shit for the fun of it, because he's like, that's totally what Sanji would do in the situation. It's like, wait a minute, you can make a Sanji? That's kind of crazy for anyone to do.
Like, I don't know if he's gonna be Kirby or not. I'm just saying that if he leaves the manga panel border, I don't give a shit if he's Kirby. Like, because everything that he could do within the Sun God paradigm is yet to be explored. Up until Oda gives us the limit, whatever that is, it could be literally the world, like the actual quote world. The page is his world. Because there are themes of, let's say, he is like Oda in some sense, where he is the author, the world is this canvas. I don't know why, like, him making a Sanji duplicate, like, or let's say doing a Zoro one, why that would matter. I mean,
so Toon Force Slate.
That, because that's what Toon guys do. They reality warp.
It's not the same level.
Yet. He'll get to the point where he'll stare down all 5 elders, 1v5, and fucking win.
Let me ask this, right? Even like when he was doing his goofy stuff, right? A person named Kaido eventually reined him in and told him, no, it's not going to happen.
True.
Yes.
There is characters that could exist in that format where they just say no straight up. They just deny him entirely.
True.
My point is, like, he's not gotten to the point where he just does whatever he wants. Like, he just wants to split a planet in half just because he just finds it funny.
Wait. So is that your problem? Because like there are limits to it. Yeah, of course, but
that's like the limits that I'm trying to say. Yeah.
But I'm talking about, like, again, like splitting a planet in half versus leaving a fucking manga panel. Like if Luffy leaves the manga and let's say he talks to Oda's avatar, I don't care. I don't give a shit how many planets you can blow up.
He's dead.
Like, nigga is like that's it.
Let me throw you another question, Cole.
That's it.
Let me throw you another question.
And then the crazy part is that if Oda wanted to do that, it could work in the paradigm of the Sun God Nika. It could.
But wait.
Yeah, it could work.
If that's how that works, if that's how that plays out with Luffy, then you have another question. How did Joyboy and Nika lose?
The question is, he has all these crazy abilities, but you know, other cats have crazy abilities too. Emu's powers, Blackbeard can already counter abilities wholesale. What does the awakening of that Yami Yami look like? I don't fucking know. All I'm saying is that, like, Luffy's insanity doesn't then cap the insanity of the other characters. No, like, Luffy can go insane apeshit zany, and Big Mom can still take all these attacks and keep it pushing.
If Luffy ever
and Emu probably had something to make Joyboy, because we seen him with a tail and he fucked Sabo up with just a one tail attack.
Right.
Yeah.
He probably has a
plus, they literally said what it is. Zunisha had to betray this man. Somebody else, the Giant betrayed this man. The Ancient Kingdom with Joyboy, they already had ancient weapons on their side. They already had a Pluton with a backup.
They had everything. I don't know how they lost.
Plus, people literally had to switch up. In the story, think about it right now. That's like if Luffy had Poseidon, Luffy have probably Uranus, and it have Pluton. Plus, you got Sun God already awake.
Robot.
And you got
they have everything.
All this other stuff with you right now. Nobody is that dumb and naive and headstrong to believe. Oh yeah, Emo and Akainu, they still putting Luffy them in a pack with ancient weapons and all that shit. That's all I'm saying.
So, like, real quick, like, if we talk about like the paradigm of like, let's say, like, what Luffy could do in the future, let's say outside of some manga panel shit, if Luffy, let's say, wanted to go super gigant and then he grabs the fucking red line, he transforms into a goddamn stick and he throws it in deep space, he could, like, whatever. Just let him.
He can, yes.
You got a point.
It's very possible, yeah.
It's possible.
I mean,
it's right there. He can grab
I
it.
think he would have a limit on it. He's not gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna have a limit.
not gonna do
Like if like a person like Joyboy, if a person that had the same fruit as he did all the way back then, and he was probably more stronger than Luffy, if we speculate that he achieved like the max power of that Nika ability, he still does lose. Like there is going
I have
to
a
be
question
limit.
after that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Question after that.
No, what's gonna be crazy is what actually beat him, because we gonna find out what it was.
It's not too crazy. Bro.
What if he is
It's
the
not-
one who
it's-
made the
listen,
red line though?
It's not too crazy, bro. Haki is supreme, bro. I can still see
Alright,
Shanks.
alright, hang on,
Haki
hang on.
transcends all things. Oh.
Hang on, real quick.
Oh, you was a
Darth,
hockey
Darth,
master?
you asked a question to Youngby, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and ask it again.
Yeah, that was my question. What if the previous Joyboy was the one who made the red line?
If he did create the red line, then that, to me, that's fine. Even his abilities currently right now, he doesn't cut corners to achieve that method. Like when he created the bat, he had to bite through it and shape it. Like he just didn't okay, let me just think of a bat and then just do that. He had to take steps to get to that point.
I hear what you're
he didn't
saying, because you want to believe that in order to do the things he's doing, there has to be some type of material, subtle prerequisites. In all honesty, I just think Oda does not care about that and just wants to do whatever he wants to do.
He's just having
thinks it's
fun,
funny. Yeah, dude.
I'm all for it.
I hear what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, that could be true, right? But like even if he didn't think of that, like it's kind of counterproductive because he went and visibly drew those actions to get to that point. Like he just didn't just cut to he just spawned a bat out of nowhere and just
Then
how many times have you seen something like that happen in like our Western cartoons?
What?
A lot.
What?
Like cartoons that you say have Toon Force. There's plenty of episodes where you see the guy chop down a tree, then shape it up into a hammer or a bat or whatever, and then use it and still have Toon
Like
Force.
Pop Out the Sailor, Pop Out the Sailor takes an iron bar and makes it into an anchor by just punching it around and bending it to his will. Yeah, of course. Like it happens all the time.
We
have watched
not an actual series
and that
because I was gonna say we have been blessed with Cartoon Network's Ed, Edd and Eddy. We see what these niggas have been doing.
You disrespect my family, my culture. That man got a fish and
Bro, Alpha is multi-dimensional for no reason. Like it just
These guys
are just having fun.
Yeah, they're just true. But like when you think about it, if he has too much fun, then the actual serious story that he sets up almost was like it was never meant to be here in the long run because he's just gonna get rid of that to have fun.
No, I don't
right.
agree. I don't agree with that. Just like now in this situation, even though Luffy's acting goofy, the situation is still serious. Like you see his scar coming off, and it doesn't mean the situation is not serious. The situation is still serious.
I agree.
Luffy's just gonna be
I
acting
feel the
goofy.
same. Like I feel the same about the scene that's going on now.
Luffy just has Toon Force Light.
No, I agree.
It's as simple as that.
So like here's how like you get like actual like crazy zany like, hey, what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna somehow like throw a punch, but I'm gonna somehow punch the sun. That's like, oh my bad, dude. Okay, yeah, that'd be like Toon Force heavy if you were to do shit like that. Like, but he's not doing that yet. Like right now, he's not like he's not lassoing the moon and making it rise or some shit like that. But is he doing a lot of the Toon Force gags and like a lot of the Toon Force? Like, I'm gonna manifest things maybe at times. Am I gonna transmute things maybe at times? He is for sure doing those two things. But the scale isn't like, hey, I'm gonna grab the stars in the night sky, pluck them out like they're fucking glitter, and then eat my food. That he's not doing that. At least not yet.
I'll put it this way. Basically, the Toon Force is Twitch Prime and YouTube Premium. Luffy's on just regular YouTube and Twitch. He has that.
Hey, let's go.
Like, subscribe this video for KingOfLightning and make sure to subscribe.
Hey man, let's go.
Thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell.
See you. Bye bye.